Hi everyone, welcome to Salsa with Sylvia, week 2 syllabus for Intro to Bachata. I'm Roberto.
And I'm Kat.
And today we're going to show you the next steps in our week 2 syllabus. If you missed our week 1, be sure to check out our website to get up to speed. But Kat, why don't you go ahead and tell them what we're going to learn today.
So we're going to go through our box step and then our basic in place rotating and see what we can do in partner work using just those. Let's go ahead and get started facing this way. You can follow along individually. Ready? So we're going to always be on leads timing here. So just no follows, we'll be reversing it in partner work. So our box step, crucial in honestly most types of bachata. As you evolve to get more advanced, you're going to make a box with your feet. It's pretty simple. We go out with the left, together, forward, press, out, together, back. Press with counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So a few things that might help when you're moving forward and back, always use your outside foot. So outside foot on that side, same thing on this side. Especially when you're with a partner, you don't want to be stepping on your partner. And then also, remember, it's not about how big you can dance, it's just about getting that body movement. So smaller steps is going to be totally fine. So now let's go ahead. We already know our basic in place, but let's review it. We're going step, 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 press, step, step, step. Remember to stay grounded here. Okay, so now we can do the same thing, but rotate just to the corners. First corner here, and second corner with counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so now let's go ahead and explore what we can do in partner work. So we're here. We're gonna first start with our box step, but in order to do our box, we're gonna change our hold. So this was the hold we first taught you. Now we're gonna come here because it allows for more forward and back motion with the palm and the fingers.
Leads, when you're doing this motion, you want to be concise and clear with which direction you want to go. There's going to be spots where I'm actually going to be pushing forward, but there's also going to be movements where I'm moving backwards there. It helps a little bit to just gently wrap your fingers around your follow's hand and just kind of pull in that direction as well. So let's go ahead and show how that looks like there. So we start 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, tap. Again, 1, 2, 3, tap, 5, 6, 7, tap. So again, I can tell you right now that Kat is probably feeling the little pressure that I'm making as I'm pushing forward and as I'm pulling back for those counts. I might have explained this in week 1, but you also want to remember follows to create just a little bit of that resistance there so your arms are not just going back and forward. Otherwise, it looks a little awkward there.
And also it does help as you advance your hip movement. Super important in bachata. The pressure I'm giving, that allows me to control my body. So as I'm going through the box, I'm able to do more hip motion because I'm giving that slight pressure and using the partner to help me. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do a follows turn, and we're gonna go to a new position called closed position. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and do the same turn we did in week 1, follows turn, but we're gonna go to a new position called closed position.
So we go 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2. Forget that prep. 5, 6, close position. So remember in week 1, we talked about prepping for that turn where it happens on 3 and 4. One more time, let me show that. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, close position.
Okay, so in close position follows, we want to make sure our elbows are connected. You're going to dance with so many leads that are taller, shorter, of all types, right? So we want to make sure the connection's there no matter what, which is where we go ahead and place the elbow to elbow, and then wherever our hand falls is okay. It does not have to be all here. Okay, no. Okay, just your elbow and then arm here. And this one, like he was saying, just go ahead and give that pressure back. That way we can move as a unit.
So let's go ahead and show that motion again there. We start from here and we go 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, and up, 5, 6, 7, and that's it.
Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and incorporate the rotating basic in place. We're gonna do that first, and that's gonna lead us into a switching spots or 180.
So basically, as a lead, all we're doing is kind of doing that same footwork we just showed at the beginning, where we swivel, and then we're gonna swivel the other way. But also make sure that you're doing your footwork. I'm not just turning, we're also incorporating our basics. So let's show how that goes. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, tap. 5, 6, 7, tap. Notice that we're swiveling a little bit. Why is this important? Because now we can also create more momentum to go into a 180, which we'll show.
Okay, so let's go ahead and try our rotating basic in place for 8 counts. And then on the second part, we're gonna go ahead and finish it with a 180. So just watch and follow us. We're gonna start with our rotating basic. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just practicing our frames moving together. Now we do it, and now we're gonna switch spots here. 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. Okay, it should feel natural because you've already been rotating your frame. So it's not just out of nowhere, right? In bachata, right, we want to prep in opposition. Just like you're prepping your arm that way to make the follow go this way, you're prepping your body this way to make the follow go that way. And follows for us, we're always trying to stay in tune with them, which is the connection piece.
And leads, don't forget, just because we're showing this motion right now, it's important that you actually lead this motion there, because we could keep going into several counts until you're ready to create that motion. And I'm creating that motion with both of my arms, with both my hand and my arm that's below the shoulder blade. So watch this again as we go. 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did not choreograph this, we did not plan this, I just simply executed that motion there. That is what you want to do as you're leading into this motion, okay?
So from here, we're gonna go ahead and open up. So a lot of bachata is transitioning from closed position now to that first position you had learned. So as we do our basic, you can watch, we're just gonna slide our arms out, and he's just gonna create a little bit of space back to this position. So now we're gonna do a turn together. Okay, yay, we get to prep the same, but we're not gonna be doing an up prep. We're gonna be prepping our inside arm at just our hip level. So here we're gonna move to the side with our basic, and on 3, 4, just like usual, you wanna start thinking about that prep. So we're going 1, 2, prep here. And he's just prepping our body to rotate, just like the same with that, but now he's prepping as well, and we're gonna go ahead and turn together, step, 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 tap, and we find each other. So now the other way, we can do the same thing. Step, step, step. We prep on 7, 8 here, and now we're gonna turn 2, 3, 4.
Leads, don't forget, again, when you're doing this prep, create that energy for this turn. Don't just lift your hand up here and just keep it there. Make sure you're doing a little bit of that hand toss as you're doing this motion. So when I go 1, 2, 3, and up, I'm also carrying my follower's arm and gently tossing it away. And follows also, just like Kat mentioned before, keep your hands there ready so that your lead can find those hands and get right back into basic. All right, folks, let's go ahead and show how what we just learned and just put it into a social scene. All right, here we go. 5, 6, 7, and. We change our grip. Box step. Turn into close. Basic in place with the swivel. Finishing with a 180. Slide apart. And then we both turn. The other way. And that's it, folks. That is week 2 syllabus for Intro to Bachata. Thank you for watching our video. And remember to check out www.salsawithsylvia.com to register for upcoming classes. Also to check out upcoming events.
And always subscribe here below because we're going to have week 3 coming out right now. Let's go.